Okay. So we have a little bit left in this chapter. Statistics, we have the last part of test of significance and other statistical packages. We'll finish that today. Right, so first of all, start with mandatory U test. It is also called Wilcoxon-Ransom test. Now, this is a non-parametric test, which is you can take it as an equivalent to unpaired t-test. Okay, it will be very similar to unpaired t-test, but for non-parametric data or for data where your population distribution is not normal. T-test makes an assumption that your distribution, the population distribution will be normal and it will be equally done. यहाँ पर non-parametric test में या man-with test में specifically, you do not make such assumptions. ठीक है, you will not consider that the population is normally distributed. आपके data जो है बहुत skewed है. एक तरफ it is skewed towards one side. Okay, it is not normally distributed throughout the whole thing. Distribution clear normally distributed media in the sense that let us suppose I take a graph like this. Normal distribution will be something like this. Okay. Skewed distribution will be like this. Okay. एक तरफ skewed रहता, it will be favoring one side, but the data will be concentrated on one side essentially. Now, in this test, you are comparing two populations. Now, this test is done to find out the location of two medians or to compare the medians. What you are doing is you are trying to find medians of two groups. You are taking two samples from a population, and you are checking how closely they are related or if they are related or not. So यहाँ पर जो है H naught, so the null hypothesis is that the probability is 50% that randomly drawn members from the first population will exceed the member of the second population. ठीक है, यहाँ पर H naught is that the probability is about 50% that if you randomly draw one person from one member from a population, let us suppose you have a population of 1000 people. In this, if you take, let us suppose you have two populations, take 1000 or 1000, this is population A and population B. We are testing the same thing in both of these populations, let's suppose. Okay. Now, what you see in this is null hypothesis kya bolta? There is a 50% chance that if you take any one person from this 1000, they will have greater value when compared to a random person from B population. That is your this thing. Kya bolte? Null hypothesis. Your alternative hypothesis is that okay, so one member exceeds a member of the second population. That is your null hypothesis. Sometimes manually you test my hypothesis अलग भी रहता, the populations are equal and alternative hypothesis अलग रहता. ठीक है, यहाँ पर alternative hypothesis आ रहा कि the two samples come from same population. Okay, that is they both have the same median. So same population से आ रहा था, same median है. That is your alternative theory. So you are trying to prove the alternative theory using your Wilcoxon-Ransom test. Whose rank is higher compared to other? Essentially, वो करने की कोशिश कर रहा है mandatory U test. Your test, when your test is done, you will get something called a U statistic. ठीक है, ये U statistic से आपको क्या पता चलता? You will find out दो medians जो है दोनों population के, median of population A and median of population B, and then you can compare which is higher or if it is equal or which is lower essentially. Okay, that is where mandatory U test will come. This is all happening where population distribution is not normal. Unpaired t-test will happen when the population distribution is normal and you are comparing two groups or two samples. यहाँ पर you are comparing two groups or two samples when population distribution is not normal. So non-parametric में आ रहा है. Okay. Then we have small topics is rather complicated and बड़े नहीं हैं. We have correlation. Now, correlation is essentially a statistical tool which is helping you find out relationship between quantitative and qualitative variables. you have in a particular sample, let us suppose you have both quantitative and qualitative variables, and you are trying to measure what is the relationship between them. ठीक है, essentially यहाँ पर क्या कर रहे हैं, you are performing a correlational analysis. ठीक है, so for example, let us suppose I give you some examples for data with high correlation. What will be data with high correlation? Caloric intake and body weight. Okay, if someone's caloric intake is very high, generally speaking, their body weight will be higher. Okay, if you take two individuals, if one person's caloric intake is higher than the other person's caloric intake, there is a good chance that the first person's body weight will be higher than the second person. Okay, or amount of time you study and GPA, grade point average. Okay, the more amount of time you dedicate in studying, the higher your GPA will be. Whatever you do during studying, तो उसका आपका GPA ज़्यादा रहता. या फिर आप एक और higher correlation क्या ले सकते हैं? Your eye color and your relative's eye color. There is a high correlation that your eye color will be similar to one of your relatives, either your mother or father or your siblings or your cousins. ठीक है, बहुत नजदीक रहता. तो इसमें correlation high है. Then you have data which has no correlation or very low correlation. Data with low correlation or none at all. Or none at all. Meaning there is no relationship between them. For example, a dog's name and the type of biscuit it eats. The type of biscuit. So there is no correlation between this data. Yeah, the cost of car wash. Let us suppose you are trying to find out the relationship between the cost of car wash and how long it takes for you to buy a sofa inside a station. Okay, soda inside a station. So there is no correlation between data. They are not dependent on each other at all. There is no relationship between each other at all. Or let's suppose the relationship between a person's name and their body weight. There is no relationship. So Vaisa, in that scenario, you'll have data which has very low correlation to each other, or it will have no correlation, none at all, no correlation to each other at all. अब ये correlation जो है is represented by something called the correlation coefficient, which is represented by R, okay, small r. So it is essentially a way to put a value on the relationship. ठीक है, बढ़ रहा, कम हो रहा, क्या हो रहा एक दूसरे से. For example, essentially R की value जो है +1, 0 and -1 के बीच में रहती है, right? Or to put it in a different way, actually, it go from -1 to 0 to +1. ठीक है, your R value will be in between them. So the relationship is either negative or it is 0 or it is positive. Okay, positive also up to +1 generally. तो इसको कैसा एग्जांपल में दिए? फॉर एग्जांपल लेट अस सपोज पॉजिटिव कोरिलेशन है. आपको डेटा अगर आप प्लॉट करें तो ऐसा आता, लेट अस सपोज डेटा पॉइंट्स ऐसा आ रहा है. ठीक है, you have one criteria on X and another criteria on Y, and your data is going in this way. So your correlation is something like this. Okay, in this scenario, your R value, let us suppose R is equal to 0.4 plus 0.4. ठीक है, इसका मतलब क्या है? इसको पॉजिटिव कोरिलेशन बोलते हैं. ठीक है, पॉजिटिव कोरिलेशन इसको इसलिए बोल रहे हैं क्योंकि as one property increases, ठीक है, proportionally with a fixed proportion, that fixed proportion is 0.4, the other property will also increase. ठीक है, correlation coefficient of 1 or any positive correlation coefficient means that with every positive increase in one variable, there is a positive increase in the fixed proportion of a fixed proportion in the other variable. ठीक है, जैसा x बढ़ते जाता y भी बढ़ता, and that proportion is 0.4. So essentially speaking, for example, let us suppose shoe size and foot length. Okay. The longer your feet, the bigger your foot is. Okay. Generally speaking, the longer your feet are, the bigger your shoe size will be. So that is a positive. That is an example for positive correlation. Both the properties are positively correlated with each other. Then we have zero correlation, for example. Zero correlation as a result. ठीक है, आपके डेटा पॉइंट्स ऐसा प्लेस है एंड ऐसा आ रहा है आपको डेटा. ठीक है, यहाँ पर r is equal to 0, meaning there is no difference, no correlation altogether. If x increases, y is not getting affected. If y increases, x is not getting affected. All right. So, for example, if someone's again, depending on your name, how rich you are, finding out your wealth based on the person's name. There is no correlation between that. वैसा. Then there is a negative correlation में. Negative correlation ऐसा होता. तो यहाँ पर क्या आ रहा है, ऐसा आ रहा मतलब इसमें r is equal to -0.4. जैसा एक प्रॉपर्टी इंक्रीज होती वैसा ही दूसरी प्रॉपर्टी डिक्रीज होती. So they are negatively correlated with each other. For example, the amount of petrol in your vehicle and your speed. Okay. The faster you go on a vehicle, the more petrol you will consume. Meaning, the lesser petrol will be present in your tank. Okay. So they are negatively correlated. आप जितना ज़्यादा तेज चलाते जाएंगे उतना ही petrol consumption बढ़ते जाएगा. Even if you drive at a normal pace, they are negatively correlated. Whenever you drive, you will be consuming petrol. Your vehicle will be consuming petrol to convert it into mechanical energy and push your vehicle forward. Okay. So there is a negative correlation between both of them. Zero means there is no correlation. Negative means there is a negative correlation. Meaning एक बढ़ रहा तो दूसरा कम होता, and vice versa. Positive correlation मतलब एक बढ़ रहा तो दूसरा बढ़ता और एक कम हो रहा तो दूसरा भी कम होता. ठीक है, डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल जैसा रहता है, ये इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल जैसा रहता है. Then coming to the last part, we have statistical packages. So that completes your tests of significance, correlation तक. You only have those many tests of significance, and that too not in a lot of detail. Correlation में specifically आप लोगों को coefficient of correlation के बारे में पूछ सकते हैं. तो जब भी आपको coefficient of correlation के बारे में पूछ रहे हैं एग्जाम में, you'll have to draw the diagram and explain. If the coefficient is positive and it is up to +1, meaning there is a positive correlation as one increases, the other increases, and for all the three scenarios. Okay. Now, statistical packages and its application. See, statisticians, they will essentially use a few softwares so that they can predict and analyze data more accurately and more fast. Essentially, it allows non-statisticians to conduct data analysis as well, because the software is pretty easy to use. Once you get a certain amount of training in these software, you'll be able to use them pretty easily. Excel is one example of this software. Okay. You'll need to get a basic understanding of how Excel works, but if you understand how Excel works, you'll be able to perform data analysis with Excel. Okay. For example, one way of data analysis, one example of data analysis is maintaining your budget. Okay, monthly budget. Some people use Excel for their monthly or yearly budget. उससे आपको clearly पता चल जाता है expenses कितने हो रहे हैं, कितने savings हो रहे हैं, कितने investments हो रहे हैं, कहाँ कहाँ एक्सपेंसेस हो रहे, किधर किधर कितना एक्सपेंस हो रहा. Maybe you are spending some amount of money on transport, some amount on rent, some amount on food, some amount on eating out, so on and so forth. So आपका Excel is one example where one software where you can categorize this data and finally you can get a result wherein you'll be able to see अच्छा इतने इतने expenses हुए year में, इतने इतनी savings हुई, इधर इधर investment करे, and you can also put the percentage of return on your investment, in the sense that if you already know one investment is going to return with this much amount, you know कि इतना expect कर सकता हूँ मैं. That is suppose 1000 में invest करा and what do you call it? This thing, interest rate that the company is giving me is about 5%, for example, in 1 year. Meaning I can expect that 5% of 1000, 1050 मेरे को वापस आते हैं instead of 1000. तो 50 रुपए बढ़ के दे रहा हूँ मेरे को साल में, for example, वैसा है. ठीक है. Now you can get different types of statistical packages. You have SAS. SAS is very very popular. You have proprietary ones and free software. SAS is a proprietary one, meaning you'll have to buy it. Okay. SAS is one. Minitab एक है. Excel एक और proprietary है. Excel is not free. SPSS. Okay. SPSS also you'll have to buy. These are commonly used software packages. Some free ones और R, ठीक है, R is a statistical package. PSPP free है. LibreOffice calculator है. You can download this online. ठीक है. EpiInfo बोल के एक और है. All of these are free packages wherein you can use statistical packages using these. Now, किधर apply होता है? These are essentially helping you to make decisions. ठीक है. Especially when you talk about a company, let us suppose you are a data analyst for a company and you are trying to find out the financial budget of that company in a year, or any particular data that you have. Let's suppose you are trying to find out employee satisfaction. ठीक है. You're conducting a survey and आपको data मिलने के बाद आप data analyze कर रहे हो. तो ये पूरा decision जो है, once you get the data, it will be easier to make decisions based on the data, and those decisions are being made with the help of these statistical packages, because these statistical packages are giving you the summary of whatever is happening. Okay, they are summarizing the data and they are interpreting it for you so that you get a proper result with which you can make a decision. They will also help in making large amount of data very understandable. So for example, आप graphs में convert कर दिए या tables में convert कर दिए, ठीक है, आप tabulate कर दिए data को, summarize कर दिए data को, बहुत easy हो जाता पढ़ने के लिए. ठीक है. It helps in comparing data. So let us suppose you are trying to compare data customer satisfaction in 2019, 2020 and 2021. बढ़ रही, कम हो रही, सेम है, क्या हो रहा, तो वहां पर आपको कोरिलेशन दिया गया. तो ऐसे ये पूरी चीजें करने में आपको स्टैटिस्टिकल पैकेजेस बहुत काम आते हैं. These are essentially used in agriculture, food science, biology, healthcare, textile. Almost every industry uses statistical packages at one point or the other. Okay, in one point of the chain or the other. So that is about statistical packages, very small topic as such. And with that, we have completed your statistics. So the chapter is done. Tomorrow, I'll start communication and utilization of research, which will be your next chapter, chapter 8. Okay. I think आपका almost half portion से ज़्यादा portion हो गया है already. So I strongly recommend that you start reading. ठीक है.